for all of the people that are confused, if you look at this chart, it explains exactly what happened in history. Because trust me, history does not lie, okay? History has been documented, okay? If you look here, you'll see it says Moses and the original story, and then you'll see your Israelites, and then you'll see the patriarchs of the original story, which are your Judeanites. This is very important because it's showing you how the change happened. So basically, these Israelites right here, once they went into the Babylonian captivity, they were no longer just called Israelites. Their whole definition had changed because of these Judeanites. These are people that are not Israelites, but then they went into this same captivity, and then they learned about the Israelites, and they learned about their Torah because the Most High was showing out in Babylon. He was showing out. And we know this to be true in the book of Daniel. So understand, once they went into this was a gigantic major captivity here that lasts for 70 years. The language no longer was Paleo. It changed into modern day Hebrew at this time. Now, this happened so many years ago. So ask me this. If the Most High wants us to go back to Paleo, how in the world would we be priesthood over the world in a language that is dead because the Most High moved us out of that language into modern day Hebrew? Now, that's what he did. Okay? And now this is where the Masoretes came into play. And Masoretes started documenting even the original, right? And held it inside of Babylon. And then once they came out of Babylon, Judaism was now the religion of the Israelites, okay? And it probably wasn't even called Judaism at that moment, but it had turned into the religion of Judaism. Yes, it is, where you observe the Torah and the Tanakh and the Babylonian Talmud. All of these things were mixed together in an education that it looks like only the Edomites really got. Because once they left, they built a new temple. Now some of the original Israelites were in here too, but you have to understand that everybody was mixed up at this time, and you were only called an Israelite if you followed Torah. Okay. Now, once they got out, now you can see the structure starting to form. You got your Sadducees and your Pharisees and the Essenes. And then they're saying the Essenes turned into Christians. Okay. And they're saying that your Pharisees now have turned into the rabbinical priesthood of Judaism, which is alive and well today. We know both of these are alive and well today. And then it doesn't have a history for the Sadducees, which is so interesting because the Sadducees are now called the Zionists. They just didn't want to let you know that. And we know the Sadducees back then controlled all the money, and today they control all the money. So when you think about that scripture, right, when he was saying in the end time, in that day, he says, I'm going to change everybody. Everybody going to be speaking the same language to understand and call the Most High's name, right? He was talking about this in this time period, okay, where there was a lot of languages going on, right? And most people didn't even know the Most High's name, but he revealed it to the Israelites, okay? And when they got into this captivity, they decided they were no longer going to say the Most High's name because of all the other deities that were inside of this captivity. They decided that they were going to not say the name anymore, and then they would never ever write it or anything. And only these people, Sadducees and Pharisees, would really understand the power of the name. So they removed all the names and started to give you titles instead. And this happened actually after, the Messiah died, which would be around here with Christianity. Because, the rabbinical priesthood does not believe in the Messiah. They're waiting for the Messiah to come.